Hello. I really want to put transitions on these scenes. The really super sudden transition is yucky. Hi. Hi, everyone. Symmetra, thank you very much for that resub. I appreciate it. Yeah. I also didn't hear that resub, so we'll see if Firebot's playing nice today or not. Hey, Zach. Welcome in. I heard that. I wonder if it's just because it was on the starting soon screen. Don't know. I'd look, but it'll flip us over to that screen. And I'm not going to do that right now, but... How are we doing? How's Tuesday? How's Tuesday treating us? It is, once again, hot. Here. It was a little bit better this morning. So I walked this morning with the dogs and was able to do our like full normal walk. I did, you know, chase the shade the whole time, but... Hey, Ramon. Welcome in. Tuesday is no work and very hot. Yeah, I think the high for today here is supposed to be 91, but the humidity is lower today, which I think made the high 70s of 10 a.m. when I was walking slightly more bearable in the shade. I mean, I was still sweaty, but not like drenched. Yeah, we got a bit of trimming to do today. And then I don't know what we're gonna do. We may throw some stuff. I don't know, because I don't think trimming these is gonna take the whole time. So, don't know. Suddenly 15°C hotter here too. Ugh. I mean, it's been hot all week, but it was okay today. Not quite so humid this morning. I mean, still humid, but actually so the past, I don't know, week, it's been humid enough that like even when it's dark out, it's still set like high 70s, 80s kind of hot outside, and doesn't feel like it feels bad to be outside even when it's nighttime. And it's kind of that way when you wake up in the morning too. This morning it was actually a little bit chilly. I put that in quotations because it not really, but you know, when I went out to take the dogs out this morning, I was like, oh, I threw on like a robe, you know, and was like, oh, I'm glad I threw that on because I would have been a little chilly. It was cooler outside than it was inside, which has been different. Different than it has been recently, so. All right. Of course, I flipped this over and I would like to check it the other direction. This is the big one. We'll probably start with this one first. I think I want to check the other side of it because I want to kind of get a gauge of how thick we are. Can I pick it up without? Yeah, I think I can. The smarter thing to do would be to flip it like I should. Like I should flip it. Which is to say, with two bats, so I'm not trying to like squeeze it at all. Let me just get my hand under it. There we go. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I know. Not the best view, but... And of course, now that I've done this, I'm gonna need to flip it back over the other direction as soon as I kind of get where I'm wanting to go. That edge flares out a little bit more than I would like on this side. One thing I can do, because that my splash pan is in the way. Turn this off just so we don't accidentally send it flying. Yeah, okay. Goodness, that's thick. So that's the wall thickness down there. It's not as thick as I would think, but when you take into consideration that the thickness up here at the top is closer to that, where my nail is there, we can take off about half. Well, I'll take off quite a bit in the trimming, but it's not going to be. It's certainly any ceramic pot that's this large is not going to be super light. The other thing I wish I could check a little bit easier that I don't know that I'll be able to do is how thick I have the base of this. The best way to do that is if I can hang it off the edge of something. I'm gonna try over here. Yeah, okay. So I left myself a pretty thick foot on this guy, which was intentional. But I do think it's a little bit thinner towards the center than it is the outside. Luckily, because I'm putting a drainage hole right down the middle of this. Yeah, so it's only that thick in the middle, which isn't too bad. It's not much thicker towards the outside, but it is. Okay. So I've got my ideas here. Deciding if I can put this on the Giffen grip or not. Just because it's tall and I'm going to be putting a lot of pressure here, which is going to put a lot of pressure down here. I just don't want to knock it off center, and the Giffen grip has arms that can hold it wider and up higher. I think I'm on the... What are we hitting? I think I'm hitting clay, yeah. Big old chunk of clay. Hold on. We need to remedy this because we're knocking up against clay chunks. And that's loud and obnoxious. Hey, Sweep. How are you? How's Tuesday? Better. It's going all right. It's hot, as per usual lately. I don't really want to flip it like that, but here we go. I just don't know if it'll hold it. I want to get, for my Giffin Grip, Giffin Grip just came out with what they're calling mittens, which are little foam ends that fit over the arms. I wouldn't mind getting myself some. Let's see if I can get these all the way in or not. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know if these arms are all the way down. I think they're a bit too long. Aggressive fiddling. Song has a lot going on. That's pretty good. There we go. This one still doesn't want to. Alright, I don't think it's going very far. I also don't know that my splash pan guard is going to do me much good here. God, it's good to trim on a piece that's not too wet. It feels, there's this thing that happens when it's just perfect. Like, it feels good. Yeah, it's kind of like the scissors on gift wrap. It's like that. Just like, it's the way it should be. Especially when I'm somebody who ends up trimming too wet a lot. I need to do some reclaim soon. Hey, Nick. I'm doing all right. How are you? How's Tuesday treating you? Good. No concerns so far. We got a good bit of trimming to do on it, but I was just commenting that it's so nice to trim on a pot that's like the right moisture level because I tend to trim too wet so often that I let this one dry enough and it just feels so nice. We may get a little warping, but we'll see. Interesting. There was definitely something in the clay right there. Yeah, when like this is how trimming should go. No, it was something hard. Like a rock or a piece of wood. Usually, and I don't remember if this was right out of the bag or if this was reclaimed or not. But the biggest like unwanted inclusion that I usually get in the bagged clay are very small pieces of wood. It's just so much more satisfying. This is when you get in trouble because you're like so like you're so into the trimming that you'll just trim right through things. Because your brain's like, yes, keep going. I'm just trying to straighten this out a little bit. There's still a bump right here. Stick my fingernails in it. Oh yeah, we're gonna need to reclaim soon. Let's get into a pretty nice shape. Mm. Before I go ahead and smooth it and everything, I'll go ahead and, well, I'll smooth it, but I want to check my thickness. Know what I'm saying? Um, Before I call it finished, because I would like to not have it be super thick.